Hey everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me, welcome. I'm so glad that you have found where I am. This is, if you're watching on my YouTube, I will know who you are. Make sure that you've subscribed. And also you can share my videos to share my videos through YouTube. Now, if you're joining me through Facebook, if you have not given StreamYard that permission, I will not know who you are, but I will go back into the comments to find out who you are. So this is a very, very busy weekend. This is our Stamp Camp weekend. Stamp Camp weekend is an international stamp camp where there's 13 other, or 12 other demonstrators from around the world. And we usually pick a suite from the catalogs, either catalogs, and then you get your make and takes for free. And great deal. Trust me, it'll be something that you will want to look forward to in February. The ladies are amazing. The product and the projects are amazing as well. In any event, it is Card Sketch Sunday and Saturday, and thanks so much for joining me an hour later. It was just because I didn't want to miss one of my fellows' presentations of their alternate project. So, card sketch. Oh my goodness, I love card sketches. They really they help when you're struggling with what to do. A card sketch can be something that is going to turn where you can't creatively, oh man, you can't think of something of how to do it. But this way, at least it'll give you an idea of how to go about doing it. Now, this happens to be a card sketch from a card class that I've just done recently for people. But I like the card sketch, and I haven't used it in my card sketch once. So in any event, this is what we're going to be doing. Now, the card sketches, basically, this is number 128. Next Saturday, I'm going to be away. However, I do have my card sketch scheduled for next Saturday and the Saturday after. Make sure you go in, comment on there, and then basically go to my Facebook group, and you go down. There's a link right down here to my Facebook group, and then enter into the challenges, because once a month, I just draw a name, and actually I'm going to use a wheel. It's called Wheel of Names, and I'm going to use that to start picking them. It's a lot easier than me writing out all the names and everything else. But and then usually around the beginning of the month, I announce who's going to win. Now, you have to live in Canada in order to receive product from me. But if you live outside of Canada, I can give away tutorials. So I have tutorials that I can give as well. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me. Now, it's looking like I'm not seeing anybody on Facebook. Is anybody on Facebook? I'm seeing YouTube, but not Facebook. And I'm wondering if there's another problem with them not being able to make comments on Facebook. All right. Simple, basic cardstock, card base. I mean, we have two pieces of this designer series paper. And they're 2 inches by 3.5 inches. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you what we're going to use. I love the sun prints. The suite is amazing. The designer series paper is amazing. And then also the bundle. Remember, when you buy a bundle, you save 10%. But just to give you the heads up, if you live in Canada, this is part of my monthly card club, where you can be by distance, or you can participate in person. And that's what I've started doing. I have started with my in-person classes. So that starts tomorrow, actually. So I'm quite excited. But this is for the month of December. And actually, probably the class will be in January because of the holidays. But hi, Betty. Hi, Hannah. Hi, Pam and Marilyn. Wow, that's awesome. So let me get started on this, and we'll show you some of the parts that go along with it. All right. So I am going to do this in navy and the gray granite. I just love the way that the designer series paper is. This is the gray granite, and then you have it's Night of Navy, and also Pacific Point is also one of the colors as well. All right. So let's get these all put to one side. I'm thinking, where should I put this card sketch? I'll put it right about there. All right. So my base of my cardstock is going to be Night of Navy. It's 5.5 by 8.5. And when I go here, a regular card base, I state the finished card base. So this is 4.25. It's going to be 4.25 by 5. Make sure you fold this into the mountain, because what you do is you're breaking down your paper fibers. When you fold it in that way, it gives you a nice even edge along here. If you fold it the other way, this is what I call the Hallmark way of cards, because I don't know if you noticed, but Hallmark, hopefully you don't notice because you haven't been buying Hallmark cards, but their card edge is off by just a bit. And apparently that's so that people can open their cards. I don't know how much truth is into that, but you know, it's a good story anyways. All right, so I'm just going to use my bone folder and get a nice crisp fold. And then I have this piece of gray granite. Now I've run it through the Fern 3D embossing folder, and this comes along with the suite. So I'm going to just go and put that right onto there. Hello. Oh my goodness, I see 2 people that are in our stamp camp this week online here. Oh, and you did get in through Facebook, so that's awesome. So the ones that have gone to the stamp camp, that are participating in the stamp camp, how are you enjoying it? My goodness, it's so nice because we see some real regulars that have come to every single one. And it's lots of fun because you get to know people from other countries as well. All right, so like I say, that piece happens to be 4 by 5.25, and we're just using it like that. And then, like I say, I've got 2 pieces that are cut 2 by 3.5. Now, you may not be wondering, but I'm going to show you how I do these. I call them chevrons. And I'm going to actually just show you on a smaller piece here. So all you do, so busy, but lots of fun. Yes. Well, when you figure that you're making 13 cards and you're also seeing 13 alternative projects, and honestly, the 13 alternative projects are amazing. All right. Hello, Lori. All right. So when I do a chevron, what you can do is you just come in here, cut right up the middle, and then you're just going to cut from corner to the middle and corner to the middle. Now I happen to do that on the bigger pieces here. So what you can actually do is go in, this is 2 inches, you would mark that 1 inch and cut up the 1 inch and then cut that way. That's entirely up to you. But when I've got one cut, I turn around and I cut the other directly right off of there. So that just kind of gives you a bit of how to do it. Or if you're lucky enough to have those punches, that was amazing too. I have a piece that's also for the inside here. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead. This is going to go on here like this. And then this piece is going to go on here. Now, like I say, that's gray granite. So the thing that we did that somebody added that I loved when they did this, we're just going to curl up those edges a bit. We're going to give a bit of dimension to it. So let's just go, and we're just going to put those onto the cardstock like that. Didn't use as much of the gray granite as I thought I would use on this side of the card. I'll tell you, I like the gray granite, blends a lot better than the smoky slate. You haven't bought the bundle? Oh, Marilyn, I'm going to show you some tricks with that bundle today that might just change your mind on it. So we're just going to put this one right in there. Now I could layer this down, but I think I'm going to take it right up to the top there. All right. Then I have a piece of Night of Navy, which is just a spare piece. And yes, here I go again. I am embossing. Have you caught any of my technique classes? They are on Tuesday, 4:30 Pacific time. And I have also pre-recorded 2 of those for the 8th and the 15th of November, I believe. And the reason I've done that is because I am away, but I don't want to miss out on my techniques. Embossing is one of those techniques when you emboss, you can then it expands your whole horizon of other techniques that you can do. And 2 of the next, not the one on this coming Tuesday because I'm still home, but the one that is on the 8th and the 15th include embossing as well. And I tell you, it just opens up a whole new world. All right, so I just put some Versamark. I used my embossing buddy on here, and I just used my Versamark. I'm just going to come down like this. And I'm going to use silver embossing powder. So I'm just going to come in here. And like I say, probably over and over and over again, is I don't put a plastic spoon in here. I do not like how it gets staticky. Even a metal spoon will do the same. I just come in with a scrap piece of cardstock. Just put some of that right there. And then, whoops. And then you don't get the embossing powder all over the place. And then we're just going to heat set that. I think silver and gold are the most impressive when they do heat emboss. So just going to heat that up a bit. I don't wave my gun, not for this technique. There are ones that you do want to wave your gun with embossing powder. There we go. Just like that. And I think we'll just leave that like that. We can go ahead and cut that one out, but I've already cut that out for you so that you don't have to watch me die cut that. And then also in this die, not only is this label amazing, but this is the die that we're going to cut out this, or that I did cut that out. And this is a wreath. So everybody goes, oh, but what do I need a wreath for? Honestly, I cut this out and I've got it cut out, and I've cut it out in Night of Navy. And now I have actually got enough of this foliage or these leaf sprigs or whatever that I can actually do 3 more cards with. So that's why I think that this is such a valuable bundle. So I'm just going to come in, and I'm actually just going to, I could tear it or I could cut it. I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to cut that part off like that. And what I'm doing is I want some of that to go behind, and that's going to give me my sprigs behind. You know what? I think I can cut that off just a bit more. There we go, like that. All right. So it's going to go like that way. Now, what I also want to do is I want to come in, and I love this gray granite satin ribbon. So I'm going to put a bow on with that. There's a right and wrong way for this. You can tell the right way is it's smooth. The wrong way is it has a bit of a edge on there. So we'll just tie a bow. And your whole key to bow making is to make sure it's good and tight. There we go. Just going to pull that in just a bit. Thank you, Ina. Okay. So we're just going to manipulate that down just a bit. This is going to go here. This is going to go behind there. But then I can't help but not use this ribbon. This ribbon is amazing. So let me go ahead and attach this onto this leaf thing. So we're just going to actually put that kind of behind like that. So it's going to come like there. And then what I'm going to do once that is sort of set down, and before I add dimensionals, I'm going to come in with my seal. And let's just put some seal onto the back. And all we're doing with that is then I want to get this part here. We just want to get that so that it's behind there. So let's see what that looks like. And honestly, I don't think there's any real reason to how this goes. Just cut that off. In the card class that we're doing for the month of December, using this suite, we are using this ribbon on there, and it really truly is amazing. So see how that's going to go there, and let me just pull that up and you can kind of just see that there. All right, I want to put that, and then I'm going to come in with my dimensionals. Now I wish I had, oh, I do have the big black dimensionals. I tend to use these up first, so just because this is a dark color, we're going to go ahead and put our dark dimensionals on here. And these dimensionals will also help us in holding down this ribbon. So let's see, one right about there. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take that off. Hello, Carol from a Soyuz. Didn't get down to a Soyuz this year. Well, mind you, I haven't been anywhere really on the highway. You know, since this COVID thing, I got to the point where I'm even almost afraid to even drive on the highway anymore. Right, so this is just going to come like this. We have this bow here that's going to go there. Maybe I should trim off these a little bit. Hopefully these scissors are sharp enough. Yeah, they're okay. I'm just going to put that there. But see how this, from the dies, you can use it on 3 different cards, and then it just adds a bit more of dimension to it, I guess. All right, so we're going to come in with our glue dots. Yes, glue dots. That's interesting. I was busy making all my swaps for Vienna for the Stampin' Up thing, and I been moving everything all over the place. Less than a week to go, and that's going to be fun. All right, so I'm just going to put this bow up there. There we go. And then on here, this is from the Stylish Shapes dies. And I'm not going to emboss on it. I'm going to come in, and I'm hoping that these words will be on. You know what? I think I picked words that are, I think I'm going to have to, I was originally going to do this one, but it's not going to fit. It's too long. So let's see. Hello there might be a good idea. No, I don't want hello there either. Heartfelt thank you, or you're on my mind. Heartfelt thank you is good. That'll fit on there for sure. Yeah, you know, honestly, I did nothing during COVID. I stayed home. My family's all back east. Well, my sons and their families are back east. And we did everything virtually. But honestly, just going to Vienna because it's the Stampin' Up event. So, all right. So I just want to go here. And what I want to do is I want to grab the back of this and I want to make sure that I've got it straight. Oh, and that was upside down. Try again. There we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on here. There we go. I thought I put that on the wrong side, but we're good. All right, and now what we want to do is go ahead and put this behind here. Now, there's a lot of different ways that we could actually do this where it's layered a little bit different, but I kind of want to go along with the same idea I had there. So I'm going to go and just put this on there. And we're just going to have it off-centered a bit. Did I say like that? We'll put that up a little bit higher. You know, you can't go wrong with gray and navy. This gray granite, like I say, is one of the better, I think one of the better grays. Like I was saying earlier, I love the blend. The blend to me in gray granite is a better light gray, especially. Okay, and let's put one more on here. So I've got to remember to pull my the winners for the mystery and the sketch challenge. Let's just go ahead and do that. I'll just put this on there. Now, to me, we need to have some embellishments on there too. And I don't know if this is going to be dark enough. This solid faceted gems have Night of Navy in them. Just let me see here. I don't know. Is that going to show up good on there or? We don't have really a silver embellishment. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you something else that you can do with your things. I could use those. It's too blue of a navy is what's kind of bothering me with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with these. So I've got lots of the copper ones. So let me go in. Let's see. I'm just going to cut this off. Like I say, I got lots of the copper ones. And I'm going to come in with my Versamark. And I'm just going to dip this in there. And then we're going to come in with our silver embossing powder and our tweezers. And I'm hoping I've got that far enough apart. Let's try that some more. We're going to dip that into the embossing powder. And now we can heat set this. You knew you could do this, right? I've done this quite a bit. We're just going to heat set those. I say don't use too much copper of anything, so there we go. You want to let that dry or cool off is more like the proper terminology, I guess. And I just want to move that embossing powder away because I know how disastrous I can be with that. Now, while that's cooling down, I'm going to just stamp the inside of my card. And I'm going to do this quite simple. I'm going to come with this leaf. Just going to stamp a bit here and then just put some of that right there. Just like so. And then I can put the glue on there. You never have embossed those anything? If I don't have the right color and I want a metallic one, I'll use my embossing powder. I tell you, embossing is the key to Stampin'. The next, like I say, on the 8th and the 15th, when I've scheduled my post to go live, my technique club. There's 2 more techniques that you can use because of embossing. All right, so let's go ahead, and we've got these. Now we can just take those off. Now, just rolling that a bit, because the glue tended. The glue kind of popped off a little bit, and the embossing around there. So we're just going to roll that. Like, how pretty is that, eh? With the silver. I gave away I was a Canadian because of my A. I do use that terminology a lot. Just going to come down there. All right. So that is card sketch number 128. And see, totally different looking type of a card, but very pretty how it comes up. So we used the Sun Prints Designer Series paper. We used the Nature's Prints stamp set and the dies. And then, of course, we used that silver mesh ribbon and then also the gray granite ribbon on there as well. And Night of Navy and just gray granite is basically the colors. So, wow, that's great. I'm glad that you learned something on there. Oh, trust me. Like all of my, look at how many copper one. I have so many copper ones. All of the ones that are left in all of these are the copper ones. So the only thing is, if you wanted it to be brushed, it's not really that, it doesn't quite look that way. Yes, you can definitely use your blends. Thank you. Awesome. There you go. You learned something today as well. So I really challenge you to do this card, this sketch challenge, put it into my Facebook group, which is the Stamping with Diane Facebook group, Stampers group, not the one for the beginners. That one I'm not that active in anyways. And then no matter where you are in the world, you could win something, whether it's a tutorial or whether it's a product. So anyways, give me the thumbs up if you like that. Remember, the best form of a compliment that you can give me is to share my video. I really do appreciate the people that do that for me. And what is going to be coming up next? Let's see, what have I got coming up? So on Monday is my online free class where I do a fancy fold or a 3D project. And then on Tuesday, back to technique. It'll be a technique that isn't pre-recorded because I don't leave till Friday. So I've got my posts on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Oh my goodness. Still have 4 more posts before I go. But in any event, I hope you enjoyed that. It really is a great sketch. And I think the card turned out okay too. Anyways, you guys, have a great day. Have a great weekend. And hope to see you Monday, 11 o'clock Pacific time. Bye for now.